Is there a far left and or alt left? In 2006, it was alt right this, far right that, no such thing on the left. Are you still on that? I think now it has become rather evident for most people in the world that there are some rather fundamentally extreme people on the political left. You're seeing this coverage, and this is part of why I still think Donald Trump is going to win again. I think you're going to have different pushbacks to this, because in 2016, when I started getting a lot more into politics, it was 2015 when I started following some things a lot more actively and searching in things and intentionally going to things. I was already familiar with Antifa. I had already seen certain things with this cancel culture and certain things that are being attributed more to the political left that now I see are more a religious thing, where these people are fundamentalists. They are extremists, how they use that term about certain people from certain groups and certain religions that do certain behaviors. Where, like, on average, your average Christian doesn't walk around being like, man, I hate the gays. But they are fundamentalist extremists that will actually do that, who actually think, due to their religion, due to their belief system, they should be actively anti-gay. There's another Abrahamic religion that has some actual laws and rules about gay people that would actually say we should go as far to, some people can actually tie this into throwing these people off of buildings and things like that. As I mentioned before, there was previous things in the United States of America, and I'm sure it still happened in some places, dragging them behind vehicles and things like this due to their sexual orientation, taking it that far. And then they looked at things and they're saying, look at this rhetoric coming out from people on the political right. Look at the things they're saying and the things they want to do. You still have that being said, but then like how many of the actual actions are going out? There are people who do that. I think like Timothy McVeigh or something, the Oklahoma City bomber. He was somebody more on the political right. But then you have these other examples of people now on the political left, Antifa going out to the riots and the protests and things like this, cancel culture getting to a high level, people getting assaulted, people getting attacked. There's lots of rabidness coming out of these people who are ostensibly on the political left who are like, wait, what's going on with this? There's still people to this day who are saying Antifa is fake. If you go to certain comment sections, people are like, oh, this is Antifa. They're real. But I think in general, society and culture recognizes that this is a thing that actually exists. There are people out there who some of the things they say are as ignorant as some of the things that people on the political right were attributed to be saying and have actually been shown to say. Some of those racist things, I talked about this in a separate video, how the actual situation of people saying white silence is violence, but black actions don't have actual effect. Effect of the black parents right now don't have effect. White people thinking, simply speaking out, simply just saying we're anti-racist, we're against racism, is actually stronger than actions that black people actually take that may result in them having less than desirable outcomes in their lives. That's a situation where you're saying white people's voices in and of themselves are superior to actual black people's actions. White people, what a few white people did hundreds of years ago in the past has stronger effect on the day-to-day lives of black people today than the actual actions and culture of black culture today. That's a racist type of standpoint, where you're saying white people are just so much more powerful than these groups. And that is something that comes from the political left. That is something that lives more on the political left. But the core of it, that whole supremacy of a certain race over another, is something that is taken for granted and taken as a foundational thing for people both on the ostensible alt-right, SALT-right, and the far left, alt-left, that I think more people are familiar about. Now, let me know what you think about that. I think this is something where people are just more aware of that. You average citizen, your average person listen to this. Maybe your average person listen to this. Probably if you're listening to this channel, you probably have been aware of some of these things earlier. But let me know, when did you first become aware of the equivalent of what you think is on the alt-right, referred to as alt-right, far right, the actual ones, not the whole caricature ones or 4chan. I guess some stuff with 4chan. But anyway, the actual terms, alt-right, far left, that you feel are people that agitate for social change in not the most peaceful, conversant type of way, but are more about going out there and acting and being violent and I don't want to say terroristic because when you get to terroristic, it's different. But it's because terrorism, when you actually come down to the definition, it's using actions to get political goals. So there is some kind of borderline terroristic out into outright terrorism type of things. Because we talked about Timothy McVeigh. So yeah, who are the people who are far left, alt left, equivalent enough as alt right, far right enough to actually agitate and act upon violently about their actual things? When did you first start realizing that there actually also was that movement from the left? What do you think will change now that that awareness, I think, has spread to greater parts of society where they were thinking, oh, the left was just benign in the past and this was just all coming from the right. And now people are realizing, wait, no, there's actually some really negative things coming from the left. What do you think that says about what's going to happen in the next few years and next decades or something with just the socio-political landscape? Let me know what you think about that. Like, share, subscribe. It's part of my shorty series. Appreciate you taking your time to listen to this. Links around here somewhere to the merchandise store as well. I think I might try to remember to put the shirts where it's like look left, look right. It's arrows pointing. The look left one, arrows pointing to the right. The look right one's pointing to the left. And just a take on what you see and your cues and the different things and the confusion that can happen. The people who are on the right will make you look to the left and see what's actually negative there. People on the left will make you look to the right and what's actually negative there. Or you might actually look at something and be looking at one direction and attribute that to something on the left, and you look at that. So there's this confusion that goes around, but I think getting more accurate idea of what reality is and what actually exists is better for human flourishing and team human. Till next time, goodbye.